Hi, welcome to this video where we're looking at what you could think of as two-way independence. Most of the times when we think about playing the kit, we think about developing four-way independence between the four limbs, but it can be easy to overlook just the independence we need between the hands. And you could be forgiven for thinking that some of the rudiments we work on would develop that, but often when we're playing rudiments, you get a linear flow of notes. Occasionally things fall simultaneously, but it's not the same way as we play the kit most of the time, which is perhaps with one hand playing a specific rhythm and the other hand and or limbs playing something that works alongside that. So these were some things that I just started to develop a few years ago that I found really beneficial for developing the independence, and I could switch them hand to hand like rudiments ultimately. And so this first example, to kick things off, we're going to play a 3/2 polyrhythm. So in your right hand, we're going to play the quarter note, and the left hand plays the quarter note triplet to give us 3/2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy enough, we'll switch hands with that. So if you can, you want to try switching every bar. The next step with that is to, instead of just playing quarter notes with, we could think of it as the lead hand if you like, we're going to play a shuffle. So now your right hand will play this, 3, 4. And we have the challenge of playing the quarter note triplet with the left, 3, 4. A little slower, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. And once again, we want to switch hands with that. And ultimately every bar if possible. I'll just do that between the two pads and you'll hear the two sounds. 3, 4. So now the quarter note triplet, we're going to accent every other note. So that those accents will give us 3 over the quarter note pulse, the 4. So if I play quarter note triplets and tap the quarter note with my foot, 3, 4, 3, 4, 1. Now I accent every other note, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4. So those accents are giving us the 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 over the 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So we're going to bring the shuffle back in the right hand. We've got those, and then we'll switch hands. And back, and back. And between the two sounds. Okay, so let's turn things around a little now. We'll now look at 4/3, and you'll see there's a relationship between these two different patterns anyway, the 3/4 and the 4/3. So we're going to be in 3, 4, and we'll play the quarter note in the right hand, 1, 2, 3. And this hand is going to play dotted eighth notes, the 4 against the 3, so a note every 3 16th notes. So if we feel the 16th notes, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 1. And that's 4/3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, a 2E and a 3E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a... So it's worth practicing that, moving both ways. And so now the hand that was playing the quarter note, let's now make that play eighth notes accenting the quarter note. So in other words, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, and once again dotted eighth notes, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 1E and a 2E and switch hands, and back, back, do it between the pads, sorry. And so let's change the eighth notes to the two frequently encountered broken 16th note rhythms. For example, if we play the 1E and 2E and 3E and accenting the quarter note, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Once again, we'll add the dotted eighth note, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. The other way. We'll switch hands. And now the other broken 16th note pattern we encounter a lot, so the 1 and a 1, 2, 3, 1. Add the dotted eighths. Switch hands. Now let's take a look at the dotted eighth note rhythm and add a pickup note to each of the notes. In other words, you could visualize this or think of this as being like a shuffle rhythm being played through the 16th notes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So there's 4 over 3, and with the pickup, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And so we'll play quarter notes in the right hand and add that rhythm in the left. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Maybe switch hands. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Now we'll move on to the eighth notes in the right hand. 1, 2, and once again add that kind of shuffle rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Switch hands. Put it between the pads. So a few minutes ago I mentioned the relationship between 3 over 4 and 4 over 3. And that rhythm that we just played there in terms of the synchronization of all the notes is exactly the same as we played when we played the shuffle with the alternating accents in the quarter note triplet. In other words, let's play eighth notes, accents in the quarter note in 3, 4, 1, 2, and bring our 2, 3, shuffle through the 16th notes in 1, 2, 3. So the right hand we're thinking of as 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and that's our quarter note. But if you thought of the accents in your left hand as being the quarter note, you're back to playing the shuffle with the alternating accent quarter note triplet. In other words, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. We're feeling now the shuffle as accenting the quarter notes. So there's that relationship. And so let's wrap up these 3, 4 examples with the broken 16th note figures. In fact, maybe just for clarity, I'll just put them between the two pads. So the first one with the 1E and 2E and Just keep it going this same way for a minute, then I'll start switching hands. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And finally, the other broken 16th note pattern, the one and a. 1, 2, 3. Switch hands. Okay, so there's more to this if we want to dig a little deeper. I'll perhaps do another video incorporating groups of 5, which I found really beneficial as well. And if you've liked this, then give it a like and maybe subscribe, and I'll do some more stuff, and leave any comments below as well. And as I say, you know, it perhaps seems quite a dry thing to do just on the pad, but this stuff does relate to the kit. If you've ever gone to play something and perhaps add another note in a syncopation and something just blocks your path, it's often these bits of coordination. And yeah, I've played them perhaps a little quicker than you might when you first start to work on them, but they're easy enough to work through and figure out. And as I say, I found them really a big help in my playing, and I just find it interesting the way that you can also almost think of them as a rudiment. For example, if we took that last example and you play it one way, where were we? And then you play it the other way, and I almost visualize that as like a paradiddle, right, left, right, or left, right, left, left. So that ability to play either way is the way we play most of the rudiments, either way.